All right, welcome back to Underrated Bands. This time we're going to look at some death metal bands, 6 bands that I picked out that have a discography that are kind of unnoticed that should be more heralded. So Enthrallment is from Bulgaria, and I've got this album called The Voice of Human Perversity, Against the Will to Live. Eugenic Wombs is awesome. And then the early stuff, People from the Land of Vit. And then also a rare gem that's kind of difficult to get called Burning Fields. This one is incredibly awesome. Enthrallment from Bulgaria. Really sweet stuff. Next up, Obsecration from Greece. I think a lot of people know this early album called The Inheritors of Pain, but they really did continue with some really nice stuff. Oceanum Oblivion is this one here. Their split with Corodead is this one here. This was an excellent CD. And even The Art of Butchery was quite brutal. I think that album was really nice. Kind of an underrated band, Obsecration from Greece. Dira Mortis from Poland definitely should get some credibility. This band has put a number of great albums out. The Revulsion EP was an earlier one. And then they did The Cult of the Dead is a good album. Euphoric Convulsions is a good album. And Psalms of Morbid Existence. All good albums in a row. Dira Mortis from Poland, underrated stuff. Next up, a band, killer band from Germany called Suffrage. The earlier stuff, Birth, is amazing with female vocals, kind of difficult to get. So is their Raw Meat Experience. Rather difficult to get, but a great album if you can ever get a hold of it. This one is accessible, it's called Bloodspawn, and it's a big bombastic production. Again, female vocals, and she is just fucking awesome. Next up, we've got a band called Embedded from Germany. They had a series of really good albums too. So good that I just went ahead and started buying them all and discovered that they're all good death metal. Embedded Beyond the Flesh, A Severity Divine is really good. And this one, Banished from the Light, excellent recommended album. And then difficult to get, but a good sounding CD is Fragments of Horror. And then finally we have Vibrion from Argentina. I think Vibrion is awesome. They got kind of a quirky sound, kind of like Krabathor or Tortheri. There's a couple other bands kind of like Vibrion. This is their Closed Frontiers album, The Eradicated Life. I've got 2 different editions of that one, in fact. And then their debut album's called Diseased. This one's the original edition, kind of difficult to get, but good, quirky, awesome Argentinian death metal. I think Vibrion is killer. I love the band. They go kind of unnoticed, and that's another underrated band. So thanks again for watching Underrated Bands. Pause it, check out the links below, have a listen to these bands. I agree, good death metal right here. Tell me what you think in the comments. See you next time.